Okay.
Right. Ready? Good afternoon, everyone, afternoon, and welcome to the Committee on Public Services. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Kinlock,
Present.
Commissioner Clemente,
Here.
Commissioner Baydoun has requested an excuse. Commissioner Palomera,
Here.
Chair Marecki,
Here.
you have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
Okay, the only remark I have is welcome to Commissioner Baker McCormick and Commissioner Wilson, who don't sit on this committee but are here today to join us. Next item.
C, approval of the November 13th, 2025 meeting minutes.
So moved.
Support.
Okay, we have an approval and support. Any questions, changes? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Next item.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Next item.
Moving to new business, item 1, requesting commission approval of a 3-year contract with a 1-year option to renew with Wade Trim Associates for professional engineering design services for the rehabilitation of Rotunda Drive Bridge over the Rouge River in the city of Dearborn.
Okay, is someone here on this?
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Alan Coe. I'm the Assistant Division Director of Engineering in Operation.
Okay.
So the first item in the agenda pertains to Wade Trim contract to perform professional engineering services for the rehabilitation of the Rotunda Drive Bridge over Rouge River in the city of Dearborn.
Okay,
So the design is expected to start in 2026 next year. And we anticipate the construction or the rehabilitation related to rehabilitation will be 2026.
it'll start right after the design.
Yes.
All right. Any questions on this? Okay, thank you. Are you for the next several
yeah.
items?
Yeah. Item number 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I think also 6.
Okay, I wanted to kind of take these together. Well, why don't you just start? We'll read them one by one, and then you can give us specifics. And then at the end, kind of take them together for some general questions about all the contracts.
I was hoping we can just discuss them all together because they're all related.
Okay, then Madam Clerk, could you just read all the contract items, the engineering contract items?
Item 2, requesting commission approval of a 3-year contract with a 1-year option to renew with Wade Trim Associates for as-needed engineering services or support services to augment the ongoing services. Item 3, requesting commission approval of a 3-year contract with a 1-year option to renew with Fishbeck, Thompson, Carr, and Huber for as-needed engineering services or support services to augment the ongoing services. Item 4, requesting commission approval of a 3-year contract with a 1-year option to renew with Orchard Hilton McClement, Inc., DBA OHM Advisors for as-needed engineering services or support services to augment the ongoing services. Item 5, requesting commission approval of a 3-year contract with a 1-year option to renew with Baker and Associates for as-needed engineering services or support services to augment the ongoing services. Item 6, requesting commission approval of a 3-year contract with a 1-year option to renew with AECOM Great Lakes for professional engineering services for as-needed engineering services or support services to augment the ongoing services.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. All right, go ahead.
Okay, we have issued a RFQ, which is a request for qualification to perform as needed engineering services for Wayne County. And we have received 16 proposals, and our evaluation committee evaluate them and rank them accordingly. And we pick the top 5 of the companies that submitted their qualification. So, and these are the top 5.
Okay. And one of these is a new company that we've never worked with before, right? Fishbeck, Thompson, Carr, and Huber. Is that correct?
I
I don't see any contracts with them in the past. Okay, and so this was an RFP that was sent out to all these contracts,
that is
like
correct,
all
madam.
these engineering services. So my question is, 3 of these engineering companies got a contract for $2 million, and 2 of these engineering services got a contract for $4.5 million. And from what I'm looking at through all the information that I've received, everybody bid on the same proposal, the RFP. So I'm wondering how 3 companies got 2 million and 2 companies got 4.5 million on. Was everybody bidding on the same thing in these RFPs? And just one other thing, we have a whole chart of all the ratings that these companies got. You know, my mind's blank here, all the scores they got, but it's all, there's not like 2 separate scores.
They're all one.
Okay, they're all one. Everybody had the chance to do a proposal on that entire.
That is correct. But based on their qualification or experience, we have some tasks that we need to add to some companies. That's the reason why we have 4.5 million for Fishbeck and Ecom. So based on their expertise.
Okay, so did, for example, Wade Trim, were they able to, first of all, here's my question too. The asset management, what does that exactly mean, asset management?
Basically, they're gonna evaluate all our infrastructures and they will let us know what needs to be done.
Okay.
So, like from fixing them or, like a certain period of time, like a 10 years program.
Is that the drains in any of this or just the infrastructure?
It's just infrastructures.
Okay, so
Yes.
I don't know how to word this, but the 3 engineering service, which we've used a long time, they didn't have the ability to do asset management? They don't have the ability to do that?
Based on their experience, we didn't see them have done those kind of projects.
But they were able to see that you wanted those projects done when they saw the RFP?
So,
Go
through the
ahead,
chair,
yeah. Go ahead.
Dayo Akinyemi, Director for Wayne County.
Yeah, thank you for
DPS.
coming.
Thank you so much. We brought to you a few months ago the stormwater management project, which has a 6-pronged approach of street sweeping, patch basin cleanup, detention pond, roadside ditching, county drain management, and pump station rehabilitation. A few of these things are beyond what we traditionally do. The catch basin cleanup, we've already, at this point, we've done 4,000 today, as of today, which is a big task. But if you ask me how many exactly do we have, we don't know. We think we have about 57,000, it could be 55, it could be 60,000. We don't know. So as part of this effort, they will log it, they will put it in GIS, they will video it, and they will give us the condition. But they will put it in a way that in future, if we have a project, we can go back easily to find where this is. And we look at the proposals, we look at the people who have done it for other communities, and we wanted to assign them to this project. We also have the ditching, the roadway side ditching in some communities, some of our rural side of our county. We have the complaints about flooding and ditching. We feel that if we do it in-house, there's some communities that people have called us, and there's a commissioner friend of mine who called me out because of the way the ditches in that community, Van Buren, is done such that it becomes an issue. So we want to get a consultant on it to survey, design it before anybody starts ditching. And we look at 2 companies who have experience doing that. And we decided to, out of the 5, to increase their ability to provide these services for us. That's why AECOM and Fishbeck, their contract is different. The other 3, they will provide as needed consultant, and they will help us with our permit shop to review our permits and keep doing what we've been doing. But these other 2, they will help us do the things we've not been doing before that other communities have done. That's why we increase those capacities.
Okay, so why wouldn't that have been like a separate, if everybody's bidding on the same thing, why wouldn't
Separate.
like a separate entity? Because this just doesn't, I mean, if everybody bid on the same thing, and I understand what you're saying, but why wasn't it 2 separate RFPs?
So number 1 is this is not bidding. This is proposals. So we evaluate them. So there's no cost proposal. It's capacity, it's description of what they've done and looking at their resume and the kind of experience that they've done. That's number 1. Number 2, we launched this program. We realized the kind of help we need. And if you all want us to solve this problem immediately, we have a proposal that was going on that has the capacity to do this. So it's just a function of the people that submit who is best suited to do this work, because it's as needed. It's not a project that has the cost proposal to it.
Okay, and I again, this is not, I'm not even looking at the names of the companies. I'm just seeing this pretty huge, different amount. Commissioners, do you have any questions?
Okay, so the proposal you presented to us a few months ago, as far as the catch basin cleanup, you said 4,000 have been done so far. You're not aware, so part of this is mapping out the number of catch basins, the number of ditches, and all of the infrastructure. Infrastructure that exists within Wayne County that we're responsible for. So you're saying that previously has not existed?
The catch basin, I mean, a lot of them have not been cleaned out in 30, 40 years, right? So we will need to map them out. We count them, we know where they are, their geopositioning. Then we send cameras in there underground to look at the condition of the catch basin. You know, are they crumbling? Are they in good condition? That is this, and we have not been doing that before.
So are you going, is this proposal that is that you're proposing, will this proposal map out, I'm saying, the entire infrastructure and I guess natural, I'm saying will it map out all of the catch basins throughout Wayne County?
Yes, sir.
That we're responsible for?
That's correct.
Does that also include ditches and some of the other sewage components that we are responsible for as well?
Not sewage.
I'm talking about ditches, stormwater ditches, and all those type of structures.
That's correct.
Okay. So now we'll finally know exactly what we're responsible for and where it's located.
And when we're done, it will tell you the profile, the elevation. So the next time you want to build a house along one of those corridors, you know where your driveway should be and the elevation of the pipe under your driveway. Right now, you built your house 50 years ago, you put at the elevation. Over the 30 years after somebody else built their driveway, the elevation is different now because it's filled, right? So when we come back there and we do this job, we need to have the profile so water can flow along those ditches effectively.
And permits, that's going to be imperative as well for you to have as far as that oversight piece.
You got it.
Yeah, and penalties for when they don't. Yeah.
We don't know about penalties yet, but that will be something we probably should put in. But now I don't even know how to review it. Will I tell you to put your pipe where your neighbor put his 50 years ago or where the water is flowing today? But the water, if you put it higher and the water is going, when it gets to the front of your house, it can't go through, right? So those are some of the things.
Elevations and all that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, this is going to be huge. Any questions? Any other questions right now? I would like, as the chair of this, to have some kind of communication with procurement on why these things were not separated. I just, and I completely understand why you're doing this. And of course, we're all appreciative of that, but I still don't understand why this wasn't either separated out with such a significant amount of money differences. So I would like that either Rob Whittigan or someone from procurement to tell us why this happened the way it did.
Okay.
Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The solicitation process, how long of a period do you give individuals, just say, for instance, for the item number 3, and this is a new vendor, that's what you just
Yeah,
said.
one of them.
How long of a process is the solicitation? Is it 5 months or do you know that offhand?
It's generally in weeks. Generally, I believe we try to give 3 weeks, but sometimes it's longer. But for this particular one, does anybody in my team know how many weeks this was? How many weeks was this advertised for? How many weeks was it on the street for? 29 days. So
29 days.
thank you.
Okay. Is that the usual time span for a contract?
We try to do it for not less than 3 weeks, and generally between 3 and 6 weeks. So 29, 30 days is about a good period of time.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that to me, for this large scale project, it seems like that's a short time span but if that's average.
That's the average
I don't
in the
know.
community. And
For that complex, complexity of this project, it just seems like it would take more time and strategy to ensure that we're getting the best quality work and, bids. So,
yeah, to your point, Commissioner, you have a good point on that. The more time you give the consultant industry, the better of a job they will do. But this is an as needed contract. It's not a project.
Okay.
It's as needed. So unlike when I have a complex bridge, for example, and we have an RFP on the street right now that we made it, I think 2 months or something like that. But that's for a particular bridge, a particular project. Then they have time to go into the bridge, into the community to look at things. Once it's as needed, I just need you to submit your resume, describe what you have done because it's as needed, but I also give you a scope. So you write what you've done, then we look at your resume, you look at your outline of how you will address some of the projects. It's not a complex project, is as needed. And we want to know that you have the capacity to do it.
okay, so So I get that, and that helps me to understand why it was set up this way. So then the amount is the 4.5 million is up to that amount that we could possibly procure or spend
Over
over
a 3-year period.
period. Okay, it's not the actual amount. So,
That's correct.
okay, great. Thank you.
And the other advantage of this is that it, instead of approving engineering services for every single project, it moves it along. And I think people started doing that about 20 years ago. That just saved a lot of time. And there were 16 engineering companies that did these proposals. Go ahead.
One last question as far as clarification. So these contract or this proposal will include mapping of all sewage and drainage assets,
It will include mapping of all of our stormwater.
stormwater. Okay, so I understand that because
Yeah.
right.
I don't want to add sewage
But
to
because
it
right,
they are
that's the
different
thing
things.
with that's the thing with Detroit and stuff in my head. So yeah, got it, get it. Okay, but there's mapping.
There'll be mapping, there'll be GIS mapping,
Absolutely.
there will be ability for somebody in my permit shop who wants to do something in future, permit a project, they can go in there and click on the computer and say, oh, this is an 8-inch pipe, this is a 16-inch pipe, this is a pipe made with corrugated metal, this is a pipe made with PVC plastic, or this is a brick pipe, or whatever that looks like. Then I can go in right now. For the 4,000 we've done, we've looked at it. We see that we have 2.5% in poor condition. Then I can also package a project and say, put out an RFP or some IFB or something for a contractor to go in there and now start fixing those. So those are some of the things that you're going to get.
Well, we all appreciate that, especially the townships and and I'd just like to note that communication from procurement, I appreciate that before full board.
Good.
So that everybody can see that. Okay, any more questions on this? All right, thank you. Next item.
Item 7, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Rockwood for improvements to Silver Creek Park.
Okay, Madam Clerk, why don't you read the next up to number 11?
Item 8, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Taylor for improvements to Heritage Park. Item 9, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Ecorse for improvements to Dingle Park, also known as Ecorse Park. Item 10, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Allen Park for improvements to Gingham Dog Tot Lot. Item 11, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Detroit for the completion of improvements to Kelly, Eliza Howell, Hardstein Chandler, 3 Mile Moonish, and Boyd Parks.
Okay, thank you. These are all park millage projects. Does anybody have any questions? Of course, the city of Detroit, the commissioners in Detroit, they pool their money into these different projects. That's why there's several parks listed. Any questions on these? Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So Kelly Park is in my district, and I thought all of the improvements were completed there. So
Is there someone here that
I'm
can
just wondering what
answer?
additions.
Good morning.
Oh, you know what? Never mind.
Oh,
That's okay. I
your first time up here, Director, and you didn't even have to. All right. Any other questions on this? Okay, next item.
Item 12, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 3-year professional services contract with the 1-year option to renew with Sinclair Consulting Group LLC to amend the scope of services to continue to provide team building and strategic planning facilitation services for the Department of Public Services.
Okay, someone here on this? Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Y'all introduce yourself.
Michelle Yancey, DPS.
Shanae Peterson, DPS.
Dayo Akinyemi, DPS.
Okay. All right, tell us about this.
Want me to do it?
Oh, start off.
All right. One of the things that we are doing is to look at what's our mission, what's our vision, and what are our values at DPS. Because if you don't know where you're going, every road becomes a way. So when we took over as DPS director, one of the things we decided to gather our team and start working through our mission, visions, and values, setting up strategic plan for our organization, looking at our org chart, how are we fitted, and who is where, and who should be where, what unit should be reporting to who. And we're going to come back to you in January to discuss our mission, visions, and value and roll that out to you. So this team has been working with us. There was a meeting where we did like facilitation of a workshop and doing that and helping us decipher how we are set up and things like that. So that is the work that they've been doing for us, that we've been tasked to do, to make sure that we are operating. DPS is one of the largest departments in the county, to make sure that we are working like that kind of department that touches everybody's life in Wake County.
Okay.
In addition, I would like to add that we also are looking at succession planning. A lot of our workforce is a mature age. And so we want to make sure that what we're doing currently and future is making sure that we're aligning our strategy, our goals to align with us pushing our younger generation up while we're dealing with the retirement issue, because we have a lot of our employees that are facing retirement. So if they all retire tomorrow, then guess what? DPS is in a bind. So it's one of those things where, we wanted to get additional insight and assistance with how do we properly succession plan for the future, and also benchmarking across other entities that are similar to DPS. One thing that we have learned is that the Department of Public Services in Wayne County is very unique. There are not a lot of entities across the nation that are organized how we are. There are a few other counties that are structured how we are structured. So we also looked at how they are doing things, how they're organized, how they're doing their planning. And so we're the consulting group that we're working with is helping us align our priorities, so that way, we're putting DPS in the best foot forward so we can fully serve our citizens.
Okay, great. And I'm sure Marcy liked that succession planning. Little comment there. I'll always think of Marcy as succession planning.
I might have to have a conversation with her.
So you've already been using this group and you just want to extend it. for
Correct.
Another.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any questions on this? All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next item, over to the addenda.
Moving to the addenda, item 13. Requesting commission approval of retroactive amendment 6 to a cooperative purchase agreement with AT&T Mobility National Accounts LLC to continue to provide fleet managers with real-time and historical GPS-based information for efficient fleet management.
Okay, someone here on this? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Commissioners. Steve Fair, Division Director, Roads Maintenance.
So can you tell us about this? So this is a retroactive.
It
uh,
is,
so
it is,
go ahead,
Commissioner.
Charles.
So looking for approval to extend this contract due to its complexity, sorry. We were looking to evaluate different vendors just because our system, it's the issue of integration between our application and Compass app. So we really have to find the right vendor in order to make that switch. So management has chosen to continue researching different vendors till we come up with the right fix. So we're extending this contract just so all of our snow plows and data is all associated with this particular contract.
Okay, so do you know why it's retroactive? Why it wasn't?
again, we couldn't find. the
Michelle
prop-
looks like she's getting up there.
Yeah, so we couldn't find, we couldn't find the proper vendor for that. So we just kept pushing it on to evaluate further.
Michelle Yancey, DPS. Basically, yes, we were kicking the can down the road. And when we figured out that the contract was about to expire, that's when we submitted the amendment. But we were formalizing what is needed, what is the new technology that we want to have. Can AT&T provide this with this co-op? Do we need to put this out for bid to see if there's other vendors that can facilitate our needs that will meet the pricing of this co-op? But after doing all of that discussion and things like that, we realized that, oh, we need to amend this to keep this moving so that we would not have services during the snow and ice season. So
are you gonna put it out for bid next time,
we are looking
year?
at that, yes. We're
I
looking
think
to
this is
see,
like the 8th year, I think I saw,
I think it's
6 year?
yeah.
Okay.
This is a co-op and they keep
Mhm.
extending it, the larger co-op without, I think throughout the state or the government. We're able to continue amending this, but we do want to see what pricing does AT&T compare with other vendors if we do put it out to bid. We just don't want to, what's the word
Get
I'm
your
looking?
ducks in the row.
Yeah,
before you-
we don't want to just continue with them to utilize them and not see what else is out there for the pricing.
Exactly. Questions on this? All right,
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 14, requesting commission approval of a 5-year intergovernmental agreement with the city of Gibraltar for the purchase and use of a heavy-duty aquatic weed harvester to clean the waterways and canals in the city and surrounding Wayne County communities.
All right. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Just wanted.
Morning, everybody. Jim Jernigan, Assistant Corporation
Good
Counsel.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Dio Akinyemi, Wake County DPS. And
Good morning, Erica Smith Parks.
Okay, thank you. So tell us about this.
This is a project that's been in the works for some time. We are assisting the city of Gibraltar in a much needed endeavor. They have a need for a machine like this, which clears out waterways. And as everybody who's been to Gibraltar knows, there are a series of canals, and this piece of machinery will assist them in cleaning those waterways. It's only allowed to be used in public waterways. It's a term of 5 years, and that's the long and short of it.
So by the way, I want to welcome Commissioner Garza here. I meant to do that before, but he's joined us the last 10 minutes. So I remember we passed this at a budget time,
Yes, a
In-
while ago, yeah. Mhm.
maybe
But
2
this-
years ago.
yes.
Ray was here.
Yes.
Because Ray was really, how long have you been here, Alex? 2 years. So it was before Ray. And he was happy he got it. So what happens with that when the commission approves something and then it just goes away?
Well, I'm not sure that it ever went away, but the budget was certainly approved for it, I think 2 budget cycles ago, from what I understand. And then we had to work with the community in crafting an acceptable document, which you have in front of you. So from a budget perspective, I'll let somebody else talk about that, but I think you're correct. I think it was 2 budget cycles ago.
Yeah, it was.
so through the chair, there was a lot of mechanism of getting this done. So when I came on, he ended on my laps, and I had conversation with Commissioner Garza. The budget did not specify how to do it, so we had to come up with should this be a gift? Should we be buying it? We can't do it as a gift, right? We can buy it. If we buy it and own it, but we're not maintaining it, who's insuring it, who has the liability on it, and things like that. So we went through different iteration. We landed on what we landed on now, which is written like a grant for them to procure it, but then they'll be responsible for maintaining it, insuring it, Then there are some guide posts around it, such as it has to be available to the other communities that might need it as well, because we're using Wayne County funds. So we went through a lot of back and forth, rigorous back and forth. And thank you, Commissioner, for your support in making sure that those conversations were had in a very effective way.
Okay, Director, did you want to say anything?
The only thing I wanted to clarify is that it's not a parks budget item. That was really the only clarification I
Okay.
had to offer.
Right,
Just to be
sounds
clear
good.
on that.
All right, Commissioner Kinlock.
What you described was pretty much what we understood when we appropriated that. So so I guess from our end, we just, I guess, need to be clear as far as what the intent is for those line items, especially because we had already spoken with previous directors and because they had done this before. So it's pretty much what they have done in the past. So just thank you for that information. Yeah.
Thank you.
Commissioner Garza, do you want to say anything?
I'll just add just briefly. First of all, it's thank the director and his staff for working on this item. And when I got appointed to the commission originally, this was an outstanding item with the city of Gibraltar. The previous equipment used was county-owned equipment. It's obsolete now. So this is something that's very important for the city of Gibraltar in order to have these water, and it hasn't been done in years now because of the equipment failure that they experienced. So this is a very important piece of equipment for the city of Gibraltar. I know Groseal Township also has a use for this as well. So there's other communities downriver in particular that have a use for this. So I just want to thank the director and the department for seeing this through, because it is such an important piece of equipment. Thank you, Madam Chair.
And I know I've heard that any community can use it. Does that have to go into a contract? Okay, it is in the contract?
It is
Okay,
in the
all
contract.
right, okay. All right, good. Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a clarification for how this weed system, cleaning system works. There,
So we
Any-
call it weed harvester. You can
Harvester.
look at it like a
Okay,
lawnmower on the water.
okay,
So it's a boat, or it's a watercraft. It's something that has a way of picking up these weeds. It is invasive weeds that will clog up the water and waterways and reduce the ability for people to enjoy.
It literally looks like a pontoon
oh,
with this machinery leg at the back of it. And it just
cleaning.
kind of pulls the stuff up and then they dump it and
So does it also get, pull up, debris like paper or plastics or?
I mean, if paper were to
guess-
be attached to the weed, it will pull it, but it's not going after paper or plastic. It's
The weed
picking out the weed,
Right,
and whatever is attached to it, it will pick it up.
okay, because I was just wondering, would it be 2-in-1 where we can clean up the environment as well? So didn't know if that does that as well. Exactly, war on trash. I'm always back to how we clean up our environment, so thank you very much.
Commissioner Clemente.
I remember talking about this in depth around budget
Yes.
time, and I had a lot of questions, and someone produced a picture of it to understand it. But when we're talking about the maintenance of it, this is going to be on Gibraltar. And if Groseal Township borrows the weed harvester or comes in agreement, then if they do something to it, are they responsible for repairing it? The maintenance, or is it all on Gibraltar?
I hope it's all on.
So, at some point, the, Mhm. At some point, you help people to a point and you let them figure it out. So I'm sure Gibraltar, they have a lot of very smart people. Groseal has a lot of smart people. They will come together. They will come up with some agreement between them that will say, this is the frequency of your use. This is who is operating it. Either you contribute this much, so we go ahead and our guy operate it, or we give the equipment to you. But if this and this happen, this is what you share. All of those will be in the communities, and we just did not want to be. I mean, it's taken us this many years to get here. Going the step further to say, yeah, you will do it this way, and I think it will be just be something we don't want to get into. So that's why we went the route we went.
And the IGA, I will say the IGA requires that the city only allow people who are designated or qualified to operate the machinery. So there is that risk management component in there, but to director's point, things happen.
Thank you. Yes, things do happen. Thank you very much.
Commission Counsel would like to weigh in here.
Good morning to this honorable body. Mary Parisian, Assistant Commission Counsel. In that same vein to Attorney Jernigan and what he is saying, the agreement does account for this piece of equipment to be, the title is with the city of Gibraltar. The city's portion is only compensation. It's only for funding. So the title will be with the city, which means liability would also be with the city because they own it. And then in the piece regarding the IGAs, the agreement actually accounts for the city to enter into IGAs with other municipalities if they so choose to. So those IGAs should account for liability.
Got it.
That shouldn't be on the county. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Thank you for
Okay.
that. Commissioner Garza?
Yeah, just wanted to mention that the city of Gibraltar has a waterways commission that operates. So this is also another thing that the commission will be in charge of with those IGs with other communities. So there's a group, a body that actually focuses on this in the waterways. So just wanted to add that in there as far as what type of regulation they come up with surrounding this equipment as well.
Great. Any other? Oh, Commissioner Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would be remiss if I didn't thank the director here as well as your staff. My man Steve Chair back there, he's taking some hits for me out in the township. So I just want to say, with all of the work that you have going on, with all of the issues with the culverts, the flooding, the drains, the Belleville Lake, the Wayne disposable, dumping toxic waste everywhere, you guys have been doing an incredible job. So those same individuals that had a baseball bat after me in January, now they send me a bouquet of roses. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. So far, so good. Now, hey, keep up the good work. Otherwise, I'm gonna get back on the mic in January. Now,
I know, and
Thank you for that.
it's a welcome thing because we need to be held accountable. We provide services, and when you ask the hard questions, I know you're going to ask the hard question. It gets us to be our best. Quite frankly, if Chair, if you don't mind, you and I were talking about some of the paving work we've done this
Yes,
year.
and I'd like Steve Shea to come up at the same time.
So, Steve, so that when I get this egg thrown at me, you can So I wanted to make sure that I acknowledge my friend here, Steve Shea and his group, and also Alan is here, but Alan Cole and Sammy Caldi and the engineering team. In this construction season, our roads division paved 251.15. He doesn't want me to forget the 0.15. So 251.15 lane miles of county road this year.
Yay.
So I think that's a very
Yes.
good one. Ordinarily, we do about 150 a year. The highest we've done was 180 lane miles. And this year we blew through. Then our engineering division, that's a more intensive work. They did 35.56 lane miles. So this year, DPS total lane miles of road work was 286.7 miles. That is a record. And what that did is it took the number of lanes of good roads and good lanes in Wayne County we have 4,100 lane miles. Last year, at the end of last year, 713 lane miles were good, 2,084 were fair, 1,311 were in poor condition. So that's 31.9% in poor condition, 50.7% in fair, and 17.4% were in good. At the end of this year, we will have gotten to 1,000 lane miles in good condition.
Very
So
good.
that's a record we just went.
Yeah.
And if we keep doing that, I think there'll be a time where we'll have a lot more good roads Paul. And Commissioner Mariki, thank you for your encouragement and support in getting some of those roads in Livonia done. Just wanted to take this opportunity to appreciate our team at DPS, because when we started sharing this vision, it was tough for folks to wrap their minds around it. But Steve agreed and folks agreed, and we're able to put out this many miles. So I just want to say great job to the DPS team as well.
Oh, gosh. And Alan, you weren't up here, but thank you to you too. Oh my gosh, thank you.
So thank you very
You
much.
can really see the change starting, going through the county. You're doing a great job. So thanks for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You take care of me now.
Okay, we come to the end of the agenda. So
Madam Chair,
yes,
move approval of items 1 through 12 on the agenda and item 13 and 14 on the addenda.
okay, and could you add to that a communication by procurement before full board about what's going on with the.
Yes, a report from procurement as it relates to the status and actually the outlining and a explanation on how they determined toward this proposal, request these proposals.
Okay, thank you.
Support.
All right, we have an approval and support. Any questions or comments before we vote? Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Clemente,
Yes.
Commissioner Palomero,
Yes.
Chair Mareki,
Yes.
motion carried.
Hey, thank you. Next item.
Moving back to the agenda, F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Okay, I'm all set with that. Next item.
G, public comments.
Okay, let's start with, do we have any emails?
No emails were received.
All right, how about any hands up in the Zoom? And could
There are
you-
no hands raised on Zoom.
Okay. And how about here in the chambers? Do we have anyone that would like to address the Committee on Public Services?
We do have 2 public comments.
Okay,
The first one is from Vincent Harden.
good morning.
Good morning.
You have 2 minutes to address us,
Okay.
and we don't go back and forth with items, just so you know, and back and forth with conversations. So go ahead, introduce yourself and tell us what you have on your mind.
All right. My name is Vincent Harden, and I'm a resident of the area of Greenview Avenue in McNichols. I'm here to talk about the request for a signal at that location. And I was at the previous meeting as well. First, I could thank the commissioners who were at the last committee meeting and the comprehensive questions that they asked of the chief engineer regarding our request. And I was equally unimpressed by the answers that he gave in regards to the questions. In particular, I think Representative Wilson described exactly the issue we have that he incurred at that intersection in terms of ability to get out of that intersection safely. And the chief engineer never even considered that in his study, which is the timing of the lights that allow you to safely enter that intersection. In addition, another commissioner asked a question in regards to if the plan that he submitted was actually implemented, what's the time frame for evaluating it? And he had none. And he didn't even mention what criteria would support a light at that intersection. All he gave was there wasn't enough of the metrics to support it. So if you don't have a plan that you're going to evaluate over a period of time to indicate whether or not it should be a light there, then you don't have a plan. And so we still are urging this commission to support a light there because there's plenty of accidents at that intersection, as well as another commissioner asked, were all the accidents that we've described even accounted for in that particular study? So we again, thank you for your support.
Okay, thank
Time to
you.
get off the mic.
For perfect timing.
Wow.
That was a fire alarm. We have someone else? Madam Clerk?
We have Randolph Williams.
Okay, good morning.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak today, and I know I have 2 minutes. First, Andre Partel, who should be here. He may make it through, and I hope it's not too late if he gets in because his brother just passed last night. Yeah, Ron Bartel, and they're very heavy in our community. And I want to keep going because I don't want to lose my 2 minutes, but but he, if you can't keep him in his prayers, if he gets through, I hope you let him speak if he comes into time. I'd like to say everything that Mr. Harden said here is legit. I heard the whole meeting of 19 minutes and 30-something seconds for him speaking, and it was unacceptable. His answers were unacceptable. He was nervous. He was shaking, and I wasn't even here. I can hear it through his voice. And like I said, I've been doing this for many years as a police officer and in the military, leading troops all over Iraq and Afghanistan. So when I hear people speak, you didn't do your homework. But I'll say this, a couple of things. One, he said there were 50 accidents between Southfield and West Outer Drive. He didn't say where they were. My question is, why not use 1 block east, 1 block west, and Greenview and give us that number? We know there were 5 accidents for sure, I know of, this year, and 3 hit buildings. I know there were 6 accidents that I know of, and 3 hit buildings year before. He says only 3.7 accidents a year. I don't believe that. I've been there a long time. And I'm just saying our section, 1 block east, 1 block west, but mainly Greenview. So we asking for more research and give us the stats. Don't say West Outer Drive and Southfield. That's a wide variant number for 50 accidents. And then finally, I wanted to make sure you understand. I don't think he understood it when you said Southfield to Greenview on 7 Mile, Southfield to Greenview, they're different. There is a big difference. The first 4 blocks, there were no entry. You cannot go northbound. That means you have to go through Greenview. And how fast you're going to stop and you're going to travel to keep going. And then the next block after that's Avon. There is no outlet because of a park. So all that being said, we need this light. We need it. We're asking for it. And he don't live in our neighborhood. Well, come and see us. We gave y'all information. We emailed you. We sent you pictures. We have more pictures, but come see us. But thank you for your time. I'm sorry my 2 minutes is up.
Yeah, thank you. And again, we don't go back and forth, but administration's on this meeting, your commissioner's sitting here. So I just want you to know
Oh, we
that.
appreciate it. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you. Thank you for coming in.
Just a comment, if I could, Chair Markey.
Yeah, a short one, because we don't like going back and forth
Okay,
here.
I know we don't, but I was in a meeting before we went back and forth. So I just want to make a quick comment. He's absolutely correct. That street almost got killed at least twice. So I understand exactly what you're saying. And I don't understand what is the difficulty if the commission says we need a stoplight there. Let's get a stoplight. I mean, what is the problem? We give out millions of dollars. We get grants, appropriations, awards. They're asking for a stoplight. I think we should get one for them. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just very
Short.
very
Yes.
quickly, as I stated in the meeting, there is a dire need for a street light at that corner. I know we talked about speed calming measures and all of that, but I don't think it's going to work. And I know for sure it's been multiple accidents myself within that strip. So I think we need to look at this. I'm not sure where we're getting the data, but it is incorrect. The data is incorrect. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, administration's listening to this meeting, so that's all I want to say. Okay, one more thing. If there's no objection, when I asked for that document from procurement, I would like to make that contingent for the next board meeting for the full board, that we get that information before we vote on that item.
I'm fine with
I
that.
thought that was part of the motion.
It was.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
to be
I don't
clear,
think we
yes.
actually said that,
Okay,
so
so,
so
yes.
we have to re-vote on this again, so
Okay.
Madam Clerk, with that
So that's the intent.
activity on there.
Move to reconsider that particular item, please.
No,
To add that it's contingent on getting the information from procurement.
Which we got to vote on.
Oh,
And then we
okay,
take
okay.
a subsequent vote.
Okay, all right, so,
Still need a second.
Support.
okay. Roll call, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Kenlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Clemente,
Yes.
Commissioner Palomero.
Yes.
Commissioner Markey.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay,
Yes, Madam Chair.
yes.
Madam Chair, I move approval of items 1 through 12 on the agenda and items 13 and 14 on the addenda. With the note that which item number was this?
2 through 6.
No, I'm saying the item for the one
Mhm,
that
two
you
through,
wanted referencing.
yeah, 2 through 6.
Items 2 through 6, that the requested information as relates to the justification, rationale associated with it, how they determined the issuance of the proposal, request for proposal was made, that this information must be received by the committee chair and the committee members prior to being moved forward to the full board agenda.
Thank you.
Support.
Support. Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, motion passes and thank you. Thanks, Pam, for clarifying that. Okay, now we need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
All right. Support. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.